Hey guys, I'm back. Part 2 of the student loan video as promised. This is going to be a 3-series segment. The first video we did, we talked about the student loans not being forgiven by Republican. This video, we're going to talk about what kind of student loans you have, your options, and how do you get a hold of the student loan company, right? So now, majority of you guys have private loans and you have federal loans. A handful of you guys have private loans from like Discover Bank, BB&T Bank. Those loans are being serviced by those banks. You're supposed to be making payments on them through, even though we're in the COVID federal loan deferment. Those loans did not qualify for that. You're supposed to be making payments on that. Now, some of you guys may not have been making payments, or you may do the income repayment plan, income-based repayment, where you weren't making any payment due to your income. But you do need to call them and find out if that loan can be transferred to the Department of Education, right? Because you don't want to have so many loans all over the place. Or if the loan is in collections, is it eligible for a settlement? Now, if it is eligible for a settlement, that's actually a great opportunity for you guys to save some money. I believe some of the settlements come up to like 20% off the bill, which could be a big savings for some of you guys. But do not exercise that option if you don't have the money to pay it off in full, because with those loans, when you do the settlement, you have 90 days to pay it. That's all you get, 90 days. You don't get a long range of payment dates, only 90 days to pay that off, all right? Second of all, if you have private loans like Nelnet, those were not in the income-based, in the COVID deferment. You had to make monthly payments on that. And then government is federal loan, right? But a lot of you guys are not really sure what the status of your loans are, or what kind of loans you have, or who to call, because they weren't sending any mails out, any bills out while it was an COVID deferment. So this is how you're gonna do this. You're gonna go to Score Navigator. You're gonna put in the promo code Y2K Credit 10, Y2K CRED 10, right? That's also on our website. You're gonna get the 3 bureau report. You need all 3. Don't use one bureau because there's 3 bureaus. Not all 3 bureaus have all the same data, all right? They should, not all, do, because the credit has not updated it. When you get this, when you log into Score Navigator and you get your report, click on Credit Report, click on Try Merge, and you're gonna see all 3 bureaus on one page, which is good because you don't want to keep tapping back and forth from bureau to bureau. Now, once you're in there, scroll to the bottom and look at the student loans you have. Some of them may say transferred, and it may be open to a new service provider. So when you see that on the loan, scroll all the way to the bottom where it says creditors, look for who's servicing the loan, or Department of Education, or who the new servicer is, and get their phone number and call them. And you need to find out this. You need to ask questions. Don't let them tell you what you want to hear or what they want you to hear. You need to ask some questions. What's the status of your student loan? Is it going to be sent to a new service provider? And if it's in collection, and if you're eligible for any kind of settlements. Those are the 4 questions you want to ask them. 4 questions, right? If it, like I said, if it is eligible for a settlement, it's actually a good thing, because then you can save, quite a bit of money on your student loans, but only if you could pay it off in 90 days. Now, if you went to a school like DeVry, Lincoln Tech, and one of these technical schools, those schools were involved in the Sweet versus Cardona lawsuit, SWEET vs CARDONA. Okay, you can Google that. I highly suggest you guys Google it. There's about 150 schools that was involved in that lawsuit, where the student loans are going to be forgiven because the school did not provide their services, did not provide job placement, or they closed down. All right, that's how you're going to get out of those student loans. Now, if you go online and you Google the lawsuit, and you Google a list of schools, and your school was on that list, you need to call Department of Education. You need to let them, whoever the loan was, most of the loans came from the Department of Education. You need to call them and let them know, hey, my school was involved in the Sweet versus Cardona. You actually have the lawsuit online. You can print that out. You can even print the list of schools out, highlight it, send it to them, and then they're going to tell you the proper channel and protocol and forms you need to fill out. Now, I will tell you this. The form is lengthy. So we used to do it for clients. We don't do it anymore because it's lengthy, and you need to have all your information from the school, the years you attended, your major, what happened. This, you got to do a little research. The status of the school. When did you graduate? The job placement. Obviously, the school may be closed, but there's still archive record. They're going to actually try to verify that with the school Department of Education, right? Even though the lawsuit has passed, because some schools did provide a service, and for whatever reason they were included in the lawsuit because they probably failed one of 5 points system, right? So you need to call them and find out. Now, those are the options right now with student loans. Don't forget, August 1st, 2023, payments are going to start back for your student loans. In the final video, we're going to talk about payments, payment options, what's the best way to take control of these student loans, and we'll take it from there. If you have any questions about video number 2, drop a comment, link below, and I'll try to answer it for you guys. Talk to you soon. Have a good day.